All right, tier list time, folks. We got ourselves some Coal minifigures this time. We've already done tier lists for Kai and Jay, so now let's do Coal. This will become a video later on. I will edit this portion of the live stream into a video so you guys can watch it in video form and also participate live if you'd like. We're going to be going through all of the different Coal minifigures that have ever existed across Ninjago's multiple seasons and multiple sets and putting them in the tier list. For the tiers, we have perfect being the best, followed by great, average, bad, and terrible being the worst. Some of you guys have suggested that I add on some more tiers. We can probably do that for the next couple of tier lists after this one. First things first, we have OG Coal, the original 2011 Coal. This guy's pretty cool. Not as cool as some other guys, but still decent nonetheless. Probably average for him, honestly. I'm thinking average for the original Coal. I believe the other original Ninja went in average as well. I like these designs though, very simple, very straightforward. However, there have been several designs that have come after that are infinitely better than the originals in my opinion, so probably average for this version of Coal. Let's move on to Coal DX, Dragon Extreme Coal. Coal DX. I actually like Coal DX a lot more than some other of the DX Ninja. I think the gold and the black definitely work for Coal, so I'm probably going to put Coal DX in average as well, because the design, while it is pretty cool, it's also very simplistic and not as good as, you know, several other things that have come after it, so probably average, but I will be putting it above the OG. Let's go ahead and move on. Oh, this one's easy, the micro figure Coal. These are always pretty funny, but, you know, for the purposes of these tier lists, we're going to have to put it in the bad section because it's nowhere near as good as some of these other figures. It is funny and cute in its own way, though, so, you know what? It goes in the bad section, just regardless. Kendo Coal is also bad in my opinion. I don't like any of the Kendo Ninja. I'll put it above the micro figure for Coal, but I really don't like any of the Kendo Ninja. You guys know that. I think the Kendo armor is very bland and very boring looking, and it just goes over the original Coal costume, so it doesn't really have anything new aside from the Kendo armor, which in and of itself is quite boring. Let's move on to Coal ZX, which I actually think is quite decent. In fact, I'm going to put it in the great section. Coal ZX is actually one of my favorite of the ZX Ninja. I love the silver armor on Coal. I think that works very nice. The printing itself is also not too bad. A lot of the ZX Ninja tend to go with like a asymmetrical look for some reason, but not Coal. Coal's is very symmetrical, very clean, very pristine looking. Let's go ahead and move on to NRG Coal. NRG Coal. Okay, here's my problem with NRG Coal. I don't like how it's pink. I don't know why it's pink. It's probably supposed to be like a reddish color, but to me, it just looks pink. I think he is still cool looking, you know, much like several of the other NRG Ninja, but I don't like it as much as some of the other ones, and I kind of prefer something like this, for example, with the orange energy, instead of, you know, the pink. I don't know why it's pink. I'm gonna have to put that in the average section. Kimono Cole, you guys already know I love the kimonos. Perfect tier for me. My only issue with Cole's kimono is that I wish maybe the mask turned gray. That would have made it a little bit more on par with some of the other Kimono Ninja, in the same way that the arms and the mask are the same color, if you get what I'm saying. Cole's stands out a little bit just because of that. It's not really the same pattern as the other Kimono Ninja, but it still looks great nonetheless. My only issue with this release of the figure was, of course, the absence of the silver shoulder pads. Those make the suit look 10 times better, but overall the kimonos are still one of my favorite Ninjago suits, and Kimono Cole goes in perfect because of that. Let's move on to Techno Coal, which came out in 2014 with the rebooted sets. Techno Coal, not gonna lie, it's I'm gonna say average, but I'm going to put it above the NRG variant. Not as good as these two, but definitely not as great as some of these ones up here. My biggest issue with Techno Coal, no leg printing, very messy torso printing. Stone Armor Coal, which is actually a pretty cool looking Coal costume. I think Stone Armor Coal for me is going to go in the perfect section as well. I just love the combination of the black and the silver, fits with the earth element in my opinion, and it just makes the suit look very clean. We've seen black and silver as a color scheme for Coal before, so it's also very familiar to us. It's very, you know, familiar in that sense. We don't really have a whole lot of, you know, variation going on with these stone armor suits, but the actual suit itself still looks great. The design is awesome. I love the actual minifigure itself. Has a different coal head as well, which is always, you know, exciting to see. Let's see, what's next? Tournament Coal. The sleeveless coal, or at least the first one, definitely not too bad. In fact, I'll say this one's pretty great as well. I don't mind this suit on Coal. I think for some of the other ninja it doesn't really work out, but for this version of Coal, for Coal, what is it, Tournament Coal? For Tournament Coal, it works out extremely well. The sleeveless look, I mean, definitely fits Coal's character. I like the black suit, I like the sleeveless look. It also has some little bits of blue on there as well. Not sure if you guys can tell from this image, but the suit also does have some blue on it. Same deal with his Zukin costume down here. Okay, next up we have Zukin Coal. Also not a bad Coal suit. I'll probably put this one in... I like this one a lot. I'm probably going to put this one in perfect. I love the black and the brown look. That color scheme fits Coal's earth element a lot as well. It fits it real nicely. I think the colors look real nice. I love the symbol on the hood. I don't mind the blue in the suit as well. There's a little bit of blue in there. I don't think that looks too bad. Overall, I like Zukin Coal enough to put him in the perfect section. He's just not as great, in my opinion, as Stone Armor Coal or Kimono Cole. Deep Stone Coal, I'm not super big on. In fact, I'm going to have to put this one in average. Here's my issue with Deep Stone Coal. I like the gray mask. I don't like what's going on in the torso. I think this orange ring looks real obnoxious. If they made that gray, it would have fit the actual costume a lot better. I also don't like the little bit of brown right here. It just kind of makes me think that the suit doesn't really know what color it wants to be. Can't really decide on a color, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of Deep Stone Coal. I think the other Deep Stone Ninja are awesome, but Deep Stone Coal, I just don't like all that much. The colors bother me a lot on it, especially this big orange ring, which is very obnoxious and it stands out a lot. If they were going to do that, they should have just made the entire secondary color orange instead of gray. I think Skybound Coal does that concept a lot better. But first, let's talk about Jitsu Coal. In my opinion, this is a much better version of the NRG Coal. Probably going to put it right behind Deep Stone. I like the orange. I think that looks really nice. Definitely fits that earth color scheme a lot more than the pink does. Again, not sure why they decided to go with pink for this guy. The orange looks a lot better. Overall, this suit looks really clean. I don't mind this one too much. It's just not my favorite of the Coal variants, but it's also not my least favorite. Next up, we have Skybound Coal. This gets a perfect from me. Not sure why it dropped it in the average. It gets a perfect score for me. I love Skybound Coal, or Destiny Coal as some people call it. In fact, I'm going to put it above Stone Armor. I think this suit is awesome. I love the ghost face as well. You don't really see that ghost face used in a lot of Coal variants. This makes this suit stand out. I love the gray, the black, and the gold combination. That looks really nice. In my opinion, this is a much better version of this one right here. It actually has a continuous color scheme that's consistent throughout the entire thing, unlike Deep Stone Coal, whose colors bother me tremendously. Honor Coal, or Day of the Departed Coal. This suit's awesome. Gonna have to put this one in perfect as well. I'll probably put it, you know what? I like it more than Skybound. I like it a lot more than Skybound. This suit also uses a lot of gray, but also uses a lot of brown. So it fits in with that earth color scheme. I love the black mask. It's kind of a reverse of what we saw for Deep Stone and Skybound. I love the designs that were carried over from the original and the ZX variant. It's kind of like the best of all of these suits combined into one. And I also love that face with the ghost scar. This is easily one of my favorite Coal variants out of the entire selection. Coal RX, though, admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of Coal RX. I think this suit could have been a lot better. I'll probably put it in average, but below NRG. I am just not a big fan of Coal RX. It kind of ruins this pristine and clean design, in my opinion. It ruins it for me. I love the arms, though. The arms are okay. I love that earth punch effect with this figure right here, but I'm just not a big fan of the torso print. It looks extremely messy. It doesn't look like how it did in the show, and it just looks like, yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't look all that great to me. It looks very unfinished, I'll say that. Hands of Time Coal, on the other hand, is actually quite nice. I'll probably put this one in the great section, not gonna lie, in this order. I think this order fits this suit. You know, it fits in quite nicely. I don't mind this suit all that much. The Hands of Time suits are very much hit or miss for me, but I think Cole's is more of a hit than a miss. I love the gray. I love the black. I think the black arms work best on Cole because, you know, his color scheme primarily uses black a lot of the time, so that's good. I love the scar face carried over from the other two variants that we just talked about, and overall, yeah, I don't mind that suit all that much. Basically just black and brown and gray rolled into a pretty good looking Cole suit. All right, let's move on to the Ninjago movie, because we have a couple of Cole designs for the movie, starting with the regular movie Cole, which, you know, this design is all right. You know, it's quite all right. It's totally not going to be my favorite Cole design ever. I love this design for the movie. I think this movie suit for Cole is excellent. I love the sleeveless look. I love the printing on the arms as well. I love the printing on the torso. I love the printing of the mask. I just love this entire design. I think they really nailed it with movie Cole. I think his design is excellent. Oh boy, now let's get into some of these casual Cole costumes. I'm not a big fan of this one, this casual look for Cole. I'm gonna put this one in the bad section. I'll put it above Kendo Coal though, because, you know, it's better than Kendo Coal. I just don't like this look for Cole. It may fit Cole's design for the actual, you know, movie, but I don't think this fits in with the show very well. I know it's not trying to, but I just don't like how, you know, I just don't like this design overall. This sleeveless tank top Cole, not my favorite. There are definitely better casual Cole figures that we will get to very soon. This version of Cole, I think this one came out in the Ninjago City docks. I like this one a little more. It's not movie accurate, but it's a better, you know, casual design than this thing. I'll probably put this one in average, probably above. I'll put it above Cole RX, but not above NRG. Again, I like this design a lot more than this one, but I still don't feel like this fits with the TV show Cole. Not gonna lie, still has the sweet hair. That's true, that's true. This hairpiece is actually really nice. I like it a lot. Not as much as I like this hairpiece though for the man bun, but this design for Cole is pretty bland because all of the ninja use this exact same design. I don't like this one all that much. Probably gonna put it above Kendo though, because the Kendo ninja, again, I just don't really like all that much. I do like this hairpiece though for Cole. The man bun piece is excellent. I love how they recolored that for the island. But yeah, these white trainee Spinjitsu suits, I'm not super big on, so gonna have to put that in the bad section as well. Who's next? We have Sons of Garmadon Cole. This suit is actually quite nice. I like it a lot. Gonna have to put it in the perfect section. I'll put it above Stone Armor. I don't like it as much as I like the Skybound suit, but this suit is still awesome. It takes a lot of the elements from the movie and turns it into the TV show. Here's where the gray comes in. I love the orange color as well. The brown is also quite nice, but overall, I don't mind this suit all that much. I love the sleeveless look. I love the armor. Overall, Sons of Garmadon or Season 8 Cole is not all that bad, I must say. Let's move on to Spinjitsu Mastercoal. Okay, I don't mind Spinjitsu Mastercoal. He's definitely not as bad as some of the other Spinjitsu Master figures out there. With that being said, it still gets a bad rating in my opinion. I'm just not a big fan of this this design. I'm not a big fan of the Spinjitsu Masters as they are, but I think some other ninja are definitely worse in terms of the Spinjitsu Masters. At least with this guy, the orange, the brown, and the black color scheme still kind of fits with the Cole character, you know? Hunted Coal, however, is actually quite nice. Probably put this in the great section. In fact, I'll put it above ZX Coal. I like this design. It's sort of like a battle damaged version of this. Definitely not a terrible idea. I love the ripped sleeve right here. I love the scratches that he has on his Lego pectoral muscles, you know. Definitely shows that he's been through some hardships. He's seen some stuff, you know what I'm saying? The printing overall in this suit, as well as the Sons of Garmadon suit, is just beautiful. All right, Dragon Master Coal, or whatever you want to call this one. I like this design actually. This design's pretty cool. Gonna put this in great. I was gonna say maybe I'll put it above Hands of Time, but I don't know. I like that one more than this one still. At least this one is show accurate. This guy never appeared in the show, but I still like that design a lot. Yeah, overall, I don't mind the Dragon Flyer version of Cole. I actually think that would have been pretty cool to see in the show. Unfortunately, we never did, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, let's move on to Legacy Coal. Legacy Coal, I actually don't mind all that much. I'll probably put it in great though. I don't think it belongs in the perfect tier. I'll put it above Hunted Coal though. My biggest issue with Legacy Coal is this massive just gray opening in the center of the torso. Not sure why they decided to do it like that. If they would have made it a little bit smaller, I think I would have liked this figure a lot more. I also think the mask, if it had like an orange headband, maybe it would have been a lot cooler. But hey, this design is still not bad though. I like it enough to put it at the top of the great tier. So if that says anything. Season 11 Coal. I like this one a lot. I like it a lot. I'll put it above. Oop, what did I do? No, you go in there and you go here. There we go. A little bit of a mishap there with the clicker. Yeah, I like Season 11 Coal a lot. Actually, I'll put it above Legacy. There we go. Now it belongs there. I love the hood. I love the orange. I love the printing on the hood. I think the torso is a little simplistic, but I think it works for this version of Coal. I don't mind the sleeveless look all that much, though I do think at some point in time you gotta give Coal some sleeves, man. There's way too many sleeveless Coals, I must say. But this guy's not too bad. I like it for what it is. It definitely isn't as great as, you know, some of the other Season 11 designs, though Season 11 Coal is quite nice in my opinion. All right, Forbidden Spinjitsu Coal. Not big on. I think that hood is kind of ugly. You know what? I'll put this one in bad as well. I'll put it above this guy though. My biggest issue with this figure is the hood. I like the orange coloring up here, but on top of a black mask, it just makes the orange look very muddy. It like blends into the black and it's not as crisp or as shiny as I would have liked it to be. So probably not going to rank that one any higher than bad. A suit that I do like a lot though for Coal is Tournament, Legacy Tournament. This suit's awesome. Gonna have to put this one in perfect, actually. I love what they did with this suit this time around. I love the orange on here. Fits a lot better than the blue does down here, and I just love the hairpiece overall. It's a lot better than this one. And these printings, this print on this guy is not too bad. I think that the Legacy 2 suits did a fantastic job at upgrading this already established design. Digicole. All right, let's talk about Digicole pretty quick. Digicole. I don't know how to feel about Digicole. Maybe average, but at the very end of you know what? I'll put it above Coal RX. My biggest issue with Digicole, I don't think white works for Coal in this way. They tried to combine the white with the black, with the gray, with the blue, with the orange. It's a lot of colors trying to clash for attention, and I don't think it works all that well. It's not terrible by any means. I don't hate Digicole as a suit, but it's not my favorite of the Digi Ninja. All right, let's move on to to this guy, Avatar Coal. Okay, Avatar Coal is hilarious, but for all the wrong reasons. This guy, as a figure, is extremely lazy. The only thing that they did was slap a mustache onto Coal and gave him some Lego City printing and some torsos or whatever. It's also not even exclusive to, you know, it doesn't even appear in the show. It's also not even show accurate because it never appeared, though it is hilarious. I don't know where I want to put this guy. I'll probably put him in bad, but at the very front for at least being funny. You know, he's a funny figure. It's funny in terms of a concept, you know, Rocky Danger Buff, haha, so funny. But, you know, the figure itself is also extremely lazy, so I'll probably put it in the bad section. All right, Hero Coal. I don't mind Hero Coal. Actually, Hero Coal is kind of average to me. I'll probably put it above the Deep Stone variant. I like the golden armor. I like how it blends with the black and the brown. I just don't like how one of these sleeves is still exposed. It just kind of makes it look kind of awkward with the yellow clashing against the gold. If that sleeve was done up in black, this figure would have been 10 times better. Spinjitsu Burst Coal. Another one of these NRG style figures. This one, I don't know how to feel about this guy. I'll probably put this one in bad as well, right next to this guy and this guy. I don't mind this suit. It just looks like another one of those generic NRG suits. There's been a million of them, and there will be a million of them to come. As it stands right now, I am not too big on these guys. The Spinjitsu Burst figures are not super great in my opinion. Epic Battle Coal. Could have been a lot worse, could have been a lot better. I like the orange mask, I like the orange gloves, but that design kind of looks a little too similar to this Tournament Coal up here. I'm going to put this one in average, but I will put it above, I'll probably put it above the original suits if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm going to put it right here. I think that's a good spot for it. I think overall this kind of fits for like an epic battle version of Coal, I guess. I like the orange on it. I don't mind the orange mask, and it's just kind of an average suit. Not much else to say about it. Not too great, not too terrible. It just kind of exists. Not going to see it in the show ever. So it is kind of forgettable in that way. All right, yeah, golden coal time. Time for golden legacy coal. Perfect. I like it a lot. Stands out a lot from a lot of these other ones. Made to commemorate the 10th anniversary of Ninjago. I'm not a big fan of the way that the black is kind of dulled down here. Kind of makes Cole look like he's got like gunmetal gray as his secondary color. I think the black could have been, you know, darkened a little more, could have stood out a little more, but I still don't mind this version of golden coal. I'll probably put it above Legacy Tournament. Not as great as some of these ones, though, in my opinion, but still a pretty cool coal figure nonetheless. Okay, let's move on to what's next. We have Urban Coal. Another one of these casual coal costumes. I don't like them. Putting this one in bad. I don't like the tank top look on Cole. Not gonna lie, reminds me a lot of this one, though at least it's not blue. That's good. It's actually, you know, his color. I'll probably put it in this section, not gonna lie. Always fun to get more of those hair pieces for Cole. Island Coal. Oh my goodness, the Island Ninja are gorgeous. Where do I want to put this guy? He's going in the perfect tier somewhere. You know what? I'll put him right behind. Honor Coal, or Day of the Departed Coal, whatever you want to call it. I love Island Coal. I love that hairpiece. The orange headband makes this hairpiece stand out even more, and it looks beautiful. I love the gray on the torso. I love the black legs. I just love this suit overall. It looks awesome. Can't really deny it. I think this suit looks amazing. And last, and you know, kind of least, let's rank Scuba Coal. Not show accurate, kind of an ugly design. It's gonna go in the bad tier somewhere, but I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'll probably put it, oh gee, you know what, I'll put it at the top of the bad tier. I don't like it all that much. It's not my favorite scuba design for the Ninja. I think it has way too much orange on it. That's just my opinion. I really don't like the orange on Scuba Coal. Not my favorite scuba design overall, and it never appeared in the show, so it's kind of forgettable in that sense as well. And with that being said, I think that's our tier list for Cole. Yeah, no terrible this time. I don't really feel the need to put any of these guys in the terrible tier. These all have somewhat redeeming qualities to me, but I feel like we should probably put someone in terrible. Well, this guy's the last, so I guess he gets bumped down to terrible. You know what? There. That's my final list, you know. Terrible needs to have somebody in there. And while I don't really hate any Cole costumes necessarily, this guy is my least favorite, so I'll bump him down to the terrible section. So yeah, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my Cole tier list. I like my picks. I like my perfect section. Overall, you know, Cole has some pretty sweet looking ninja costumes, not gonna lie there.